It is I, Sir William, Jedi Templar Knight, and welcome to Carnival of Cosplay, the Halloween episode. Well, I've been wearing a different cosplay every episode, so it's kind of like every day is Halloween here. Those that know me know I'm a big Halloween enthusiast. I'm committed to for the beard for the intro. I don't know how it's going to last. So I brought some of the Halloween props in here. I have my Dracula. I've owned him for years. He hangs out in the off season in my office. We changed some of the cosplay mask and heads from Michael Myers and the Chakram Draws. I got some dead Elvis and some statues over there with Madame Leota from Disney's Haunted Mansion. And this is the skeleton of Igor, a close personal friend of mine who was in the Countess and Igor show on this channel. There's about 40 videos of the Countess and Igor on this channel. Many people thought it was me. No, he's the Countess accidentally ran him over with Zamboni, and I was able to get the skeleton from him. In any case, update. The channel is now called Carnival of Adventure. It was called Carnival of Cosplay, but I'm doing too many different types of things. Mark side projects, lots of other things. So it's now called Carnival of Adventure. I've got 650 more subscribers from the last episode that we've had. We're giving away a PS5 in about 289 subscribers. We're doing a random drawing or picking somebody, and they're getting that. It's actually over there. One of the PS5's disc models. And I'm doing a lot of shorts and a lot of travel logs in Mark's side projects. I just went to the Disneyland Halloween party yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. No, it was Sunday, 2 days ago. And with some more videos coming on that. I went to Disney World's Halloween party and Universal Horror Adventure as well. I'm going on a haunted hayride this week with lots of Halloween content. The guest for this week is somebody who's actually local. We could have actually done this in person. She's that local. Sarah or Lasombrs. Lasombrs? Am I pronouncing that right?
Lasombrs, yeah.
Okay, first of all, first question.
Yep.
Where'd you get the cosplay name?
So it's been my name for everything since I first got internet. We're talking Prodigy dial-up. And it should have been Lasombra with an A, which is a clan of vampires from the RPG Vampire the Masquerade. But I was young and my brain moves faster than my fingers, and I hit S instead of A on my keyboard, and it became my name for that, and it just stuck. 20
It's
something years later,
amazing.
my name.
It's amazing how many people use their gamer tag for cosplay.
Yep.
Mine was never. I never did that with mine. My gamer tags are different. But I did have Prodigy dial-up though,
Yeah.
and also the Earth.standard.net.
Okay.
I graduated to an actual dial-up. Was based in Massachusetts, and they gave you more features.
Okay.
And it was unfortunately a toll call to go there, but again, CompuServe, of course. You'd wait for a 300 baud modem. I'm that old. The 300 baud modem. What modem were you using?
That I don't know.
We can tell
Whatever
you how old you are about how fast your modem was.
Well, my mom used to work from home in the very early 90s. She probably started the whole work from home thing for 9X back where might have even been Bell Atlantic still before it was 9X. And they paid for her to have all that stuff to work from home. So they probably gave her some good stuff.
I had a 300 baud modem. So it took like an hour and a half, 3 hours to download one GIF. Or are you a GIF person? Are you a GIF person or a GIF
No, I'm
person?
a GIF person. It's a GIF.
Thank you. Thank you. I will allow that.
All right.
Well, we met. You may recognize her if you've watched this channel, because I was doing a live video. I did some live videos at cons that I went to Double Midnight's Free Comic Book Day.
Comic Book Day.
And I interviewed people in the line, and I probably won't ever do that again. Because I did not get a lot of engaging people in line. And I immediately thought you should be a guest because you basically spoke the best of anybody in line. Really.
And I am the most antisocial person there ever is. So, hey.
Oh, no. I doubt that. I doubt that. I know somebody who has that title. That hermit in a cave person. Yeah, I haven't seen her in 10 or 11 months.
Okay.
I've seen you 2 or 3 times since then.
It's also cosplay season, so I mean, this is when I come out.
Yes. Okay, and you talked, and then I found out later you were a teacher, so you could express yourself and express yourself well for you and your son's costume. And I immediately said, and you said, "Nah, I don't know enough yet."
Yeah.
You had just won last year. You had won a year and a month ago. You would won a certificate for best whatever what's the category?
Best novice. I won as Kara.
Best novice. And this year, though, what happened?
This year we went back again, and to my son's dismay, I won Best Journeyman. Very angry at me. He wanted to win this year, and he's like, "Dude, you did it again. What the heck?" Unexpected. I didn't think I would at all, but I won Best Journeyman as Charmy from Black Clover. And while the costume itself was pretty simple, I went all out with my props. I had a floating baked goods like on a cloud. They even smelled
those
like
baked goods. Now I can bring that up right here.
There you go.
Here it is. Tell me about that.
So Charmy's magic is she heals people and replenishes their magic through food. So the more you eat, the better off you are.
It sounds like the person you would like to know.
Yeah, she is. And I am not a very good cook. And I was trying to figure out what I was going to do to make all this food and have it not get damaged walking around con. How am I going to get it ready before con? I didn't want to be baking all day, Friday morning and Thursday night. So I learned how to fake bake. There is this entire online community of people who fake bake and make these things and then display them in their houses. So everything I made is made out of spray foam for like sealing your windows and doors, some of it's concrete, some of it's styrofoam. All of the frosting is joint compound with paint into it. I learned how to make like glazes and stuff out of Mod Podge and water and other glue mixed together and painted. And then I put essential oils that smelled like vanilla cookies on everything. So if you even walked past me, it smelled like I had fresh baked goods.
Yeah, you had the we became friends on Instagram, so I was following you, and you showed the progress thing of the food, and I was salivating over the food. The food looked incredible.
The donuts and the waffles are my favorite, to be sure.
I mean, that stuff would kill me because I'm a diabetic, but still, I wanted to that stuff when you showed it on the internet. Oh
I was
no!
hoping. I even made tiny cupcakes. I even made baby Twinkies, and I was hoping to give them away to people. But literally nobody knew who I was. I think there was one vendor that was like, "Oh my God, you're Charmy from Black Clover," and I was like, "Thank you. I will now buy things from your cart that I didn't need."
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, but it's okay.
I've gone places what I thought was a very good cosplay that was incredibly 100% accurate, and then nobody knows who the hell you are.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Or,
Even the anime vendors were like, "Huh?" It's like, how do you sell anime stuff, but you don't watch
I'm
all
not a
anime?
big anime person, mostly because when my daughter was little, she watched the same 3 animes like 4 million times.
Yeah.
And so that kind of kept me away from anime. We ended up hiding the videotapes. I think The Last Unicorn was one of them. I remember The Last Unicorn. We watched that a lot. And so I kind of had a bad introduction to anime.
Oh, no.
And I've actually learned more about anime from some of my guests here.
Okay.
Who have done lots of anime cosplays.
Yep.
But I'm not necessarily against anime. Just I just had a bad experience a while ago.
Yeah, understand.
But what cosplay is the most recognized? That one?
Definitely Kara. Yeah. Yep. Especially if I have Grogu with me, then they're like, "Oh my God, you're from Star Wars." They might not know who I am, but they at least gather that I'm from Star Wars.
You're the person that Disney banned.
I am. And as I was building the costume, which took like a year and a half, she got kicked off the show. And then I became worried. And a lot of people in the Facebook building group and online forums were like, what do we do? You know, are people going to not be polite to us in public if we wear this costume out and stuff like that? But I've only had good things. People either ignore me if I'm not their thing, or they tell me they at least like the costume. I've never had a bad experience wearing it. So
I was trying to find I was in downtown Disney 2 nights ago in Anaheim, and I was trying to find the character because every character was in the Star Wars. They were Star Wars Star Wars something there, Star Wars trading posts or something.
okay.
And I was in every animal, even some of the animated animals from Rebels or the Clone Wars or some of the other. Now Star Wars, I know. But I couldn't find any at all. I just if there was a little and if there was a little
They
trinket.
removed her from almost everything. They had pulled all her merchandise originally, but you can find some of the pops and figures back on the market again. They've started to kind of remake a little bit of it, but they pulled her pretty completely from everything. Yeah.
I wonder, that's really too bad because I wonder if she should be restored sometime because I just finished watching Mando season 1 again and came to respect her costume even more than I did before.
Yeah.
Seeing her on screen because it was just a few days after I saw you at you came to one of my shows and I ran into you once or twice in Granica. And I said, well, that's. Then when I saw that back tattoo on your Instagram thing, I'm like, God, you don't do that for a character you don't like. You just like a little.
So, I mean, we did originally before this iteration of the costume, and this is the third one. My son and I did a very, very basic cosplay of Mando Kara, and then we made the floating pod for Baby Yoda, and we had entered a costume contest in Salem, New Hampshire, and we won first place. And the first place was a like $300 gift certificate to a tattoo shop. And I was like, oh, hey, that's cool. I'm gonna get something to commemorate. No, it's actually not my son. That's a random guy from.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a Mando I found at Granite Con 2 years ago.
Well,
there's
this year
no
there's
picture you're going to find of this cosplay because it was bad, but we still managed to win first place. And I was like, I'm going to get a little Star Wars thing to commemorate me and my son winning this. Because he doesn't go out in public and do too much stuff, so it was pretty big that we did something together and won. And then the tattoo shop heard that I was a teacher and everything else, and they were like, we're going to go big. And I was like, I don't have the money to go big. And they're like, no, we're going to take this idea, we're going to make it really big, and we're going to cut you this amazing deal. I think all in all, with the gift card and the stuff they did for me, I think I only put like $1,200 into the 27 hours worth of work.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 27 hours. And I slept through a lot of it, which probably tells you a good amount about me.
But I can't tell you how many times, too, I've been wearing the Newt's Commander costume, and someone comes up to me and goes, hey, doctor. They see the scar.
Is kind of a nod, but
it's not the right color. It's not the right color.
People who don't 100% know the older doctors is probably like, hey, multicolored scarf. It has to be the doctor.
Oh, that's Doctor Who 25 and a half. That's Fred.
Yep.
No. It's that goes back to my people not knowing who the hell I am.
Yeah.
How many cosplays do you have?
I've got Kara, I've got Charmy, I've got Nero, which is also from Black Clover. I have my Rogue Assassin from my D&D games.
I like that. I really like that. Did this one?
Yep, that's my Rogue Assassin. Yep.
I thought one of the Assassin's Guild games is what I originally thought.
Yep. I had to do a big, like my capstone project, I guess you'd call it, for my photography degree. And I did like all the different people that make up me as a person. So I had pictures of a bunch of other people that I took all around, and then I put this picture as the center because I like to think that she's me deep down.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, well, actually, we should go to what I normally do. I ask your cosplay origin story.
Okay.
Every hero has an origin story.
So, I mean, my cosplay origin story is probably just Ren fairs and like King Richard's Fair, because I used to live down south in Massachusetts, so I was really close to Carver. So I had a custom-made leather armor, Xena-esque, except I carried a big double-bladed axe instead of a sword. And that was the best thing to walk around, have people stop and take pictures with you, things like that. I loved it.
Is that?
That would be that. That would be me at like 18, 19 years old. And that axe was amazing.
So you've been doing this for 20 years or so?
I've been doing this for, at least 20 years, if not longer. Before it was smaller Renaissance dresses I'd try to hand make and stuff, but it would just be a dress that I happened to wear. That was more a character that I was dressing up as, I think. So I would think
I thought that was much younger you.
Yeah, nope, that would be like 18 probably, because that's probably at Gainesville Renaissance Fair. So I lived in Florida. So that's actually probably 21, 22-year-old me, actually, maybe.
Okay.
Same outfit, but a little older.
Cool. I didn't want to interrupt you there, but go ahead with your origin story.
Yeah. Bad life choices bad people in life made me not cosplay anymore because that's for stupid children and you don't need that, or you only dress up like that because you're looking for specific attention, and I just like not being me. So I had to sell it all, broke my heart. So then I became an all-out Halloween person because you can wear a costume one day a year. So I would throw my heart and soul into Halloween. And then for my kids too, every year we do like a family costume. Like when Descendants came out, each one of my kids had a different costume, and I'd dress up as another character from the show and stuff like that. And I could sneak it in that way. But finally, back on my own with me and my son, and have the freedom to be myself and do the things I enjoy. So the rogue came first, then like a pirate version of that as well for different Renaissance fairs, and then
I have that.
Yeah, you have the pirate too. That is also the pirate.
That was really, you look really nice in that too.
Thank you. And then I turned that into my. Sometimes
Except
it's a pirate, sometimes it's a vampire.
The glasses, you needed 86 the glasses in that cosplay.
Yeah, I wear the glasses most of my life, but when I have contacts, I try to wear the contacts. I don't remember where we were going for that, but
yeah, I really wish I could actually see you at this point now, because none of my cosplays wear glasses.
Yep.
At granted, I actually in one of the shows I wore glasses halfway through the show until I realized I was wearing glasses.
Oh no!
Because between shows I need to see something on my phone, so I put them on. But I was kind of used to that doing that at cons, but I can see, I just can't read small print on phone.
I can't see at all. I would trip over my own feet right in front of me. Like, can't see far, I can't see close. I'll just die.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a bad thing. So, were they an abuser, verbal abuser?
Yeah, very controlling, very shouldn't go anywhere, shouldn't talk to anybody, should just sit here and take care of the house and never see the light of day again.
I actually gave up flying because of the person I was married to. She did not like the flying thing, and I actually gave up magic for 14 years.
Yeah.
And only when that was ending did I actually go back to the Comic-Con shows. Yeah. I came up with the idea for that. Never mind cosplay. I wasn't a cosplayer then. I was only did cosplay after that ended.
Okay.
So I've only been doing cosplay for, I mean, I've got like 40 cosplays, but that's 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of excessive. I'll say obsessive and excessive. That I think being married to someone who basically thought everything I did was awful, and everything, the worst thing I could ever do in life was be actually writing something. Which is, they don't really like that when you're actually writing something.
Not at all. Or if you can fix something better than them.
I think after hearing all these bad things for many years, I think I did cosplay, and I did, because that's about the time I stopped teaching too, and at least I got positive feedback in teaching. Mm-hmm. And you want positive feedback in life.
Every once in a while would be nice.
It would be nice to have some positive feedback. People actually like you and what you do, and you're not a jerk and everything else. So I think that's why I went to cosplay and falling. And when I'm certain characters, I get that. I mean, I was a Doc Brown from Back to the Future 2 days ago at the Disneyland Halloween party.
Nice.
And I did it in Florida too 3 weeks ago, and I got tremendous feedback even from the Disney cast members.
Awesome.
As I went through the park, and I think it's somewhat of a missing thing in my life. Is I think that's why I've done it, and I think yours is the same type of reaction, that to break free and be who you really are.
Yeah.
Not be ashamed of it.
Yeah, I would say that
Not that this
far
is a
as strong and outgoing.
psychology at all, but I mean that's what happened to me, and I probably do it for attention and positive feedback.
Mhm.
Now I'm doing that all over this channel. And it's working. I'm getting subscribers, so
There you go.
okay. Somebody must be demented enough to like it, or 700 and something people are.
Nice.
Uh,
Awesome.
when I met you, I had 50 subscribers.
Okay.
When I just about 6 weeks ago, I had 50 or 60 subscribers. Most of those subscribers, hundreds and hundreds, have been the last 3-4 weeks. So
Awesome.
I love all of you out there. You're very nice people. So I was going to ask, my other question I always ask is the dating world. Would you date a cosplayer or non-cosplayer? Because obviously you've had a non-cosplayer who didn't like the cosplay.
Right. I mean, I would have to find somebody that probably at least enjoyed going to cons if they didn't dress up themselves. Enjoys Magic and D&D because that's in our weekly lineup of stuff we do. Video gaming is always good. But we don't need to spend every spare second doing those things. Alone time is good as well.
I've actually put cosplay photos in my dating profile.
I tried a dating profile for like 2 hours. And
2 hours?
It was terrifying. I took it down. I was like, dear God, people out there suck. So, yep.
Usually, I gave it like a year and a half. I met 33 women who were very nice that I had nothing in common with. And even though I had all the cosplay pictures up, because I wanted to scare away the normal people who thought that was weird.
Right.
So pictures of me as Indeed, all the different characters from the show. And I'm now off all dating profiles because same thing. People suck. People suck. That's the bumper sticker. That's the battle cry. People suck. Off to war because people suck. This is Mace Windu's lifesaver.
Nice.
I don't know if you can see it looks probably white on screen. It's actually purple.
Yeah, it looks purple when you go to move it off screen. Yeah.
I have too many of these. Say, and it doesn't want to really. A lightsaber doesn't stand by itself.
No.
Because I'm just asking every guest because I'm just trying to find the meaning of life. No,
that I don't know either.
It's 42. That's what Douglas Adams said it was. I actually met Douglas Adams once.
Nice.
Author of The Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yep.
Great story. I applied to. I managed a computer store in Burlington, Mass. And I looked over one day and I recognized the guy looking on the software on the shelves. It was Joel something. He was the CEO of Infocom.
Okay.
You know who they are? Zork?
Sounds familiar, but I probably couldn't describe it to you.
They were the text adventure games at first.
Okay.
They had all these interesting text adventure games that were really, they had an amazing parser and stuff. You could type in full sentences instead of take X. You'd say take X and take everything else, or take this and do this, and it would do it.
Right.
And I was a fanatic on Infocom games. They had a murder mystery, and I'm like, Joe Perez, I know that guy. He's the guy at Infocom. So he comes up to me, asks me about the games, and I was like an encyclopedia of knowledge about the games. And he actually invited me for an interview.
Nice.
So I went to Cambridge Park near the subway station and met in his office. And about 10 minutes into an interview, I hear a loud burp and a noise, and a guy gets up from sleeping on his couch, and it was Mr. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy himself. He was there working on the port of the game.
Okay.
Hitchhiker, it's one of the most fantastic games I've ever played. And it's a text adventure game. And the style of Hitchhiker's Guide. And again, this is just text back then because computers were very, black, white, green,
Great.
maybe. In his game, for example, you have to ask to go into the engine room 3 times before it lets you.
Okay.
The first time it says you decide against going, so it looks like a scary place, so you turn around. No, you don't really want to go there. No, you decide something else. Then the third time it lets you in.
Nice.
It was really in the style of his game, and he was like living in the guy's office during the port of his game, and he immediately looked at me and said, "You got a car?" I said, "Yes." He said, "What do you have?" At the time, it was an MGB. No, a British car, lovely. We're going to get Chinese, and the 3 of us went in my 2-seater car in the rain
Oh,
down the
wonderful.
street to get Chinese food
Nice.
in the middle of a job interview.
Hey, you do what you think is going to get you the yes.
It was Douglas Adams' incredible life experience right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I got the job. It was to be a producer of text adventure games.
Oh, wow.
And Activision bought them 3 weeks later, and the job was rescinded, and everybody moved to California.
But hey, you have a story now.
And I did not become a video game producer or a text game producer, but I almost. Well, I was kind of one for 2 weeks, kind of.
Yeah, you were there a little bit.
And brush with greatness, Douglas Adams himself. But what's your favorite cosplay? That one, probably.
Yeah, probably this one.
Well, you say that because you got her face in your back permanently. So
yeah.
I was guessing that might be the case because
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. Hello.
Hello. I do my best to try to pick people I look like too, so that it works easier.
Yes, you do look.
My hair's grown out. It's better when it's a little shorter. But
you're more petite, Kara.
Yeah, I'm definitely not as tall.
She's Hulk smash almost.
Yeah.
If you've
I don't have the MMA skills either. I do jujitsu. I've got like 2 white stripes on my jujitsu belt, but not to her level at all.
I can imagine. What's your favorite cosplay story?
At the first Comic-Con, GraniteCon in 2020 that I went to, that I went as Kara, the first for the Saturday, I got to line up and take a picture with all the people in the Rebel Legion, and that was pretty awesome to like fit in and be like, wow.
Well, they actually had a Mando meeting in my room where I was performing, that I had to stay and run the sound. Well, they ended up not having sound, but I had to stay and then lock up afterwards. So you were there.
I was there.
You were there in the corner hiding.
I was.
But what do you think of that? Because there was like was it 30 Mandos in there?
It was like 30 Mandos there, yeah. So Kara's supposedly Rebel Legion, but she's only been approved here and there and doesn't have a solid CRL really that's published on the website. So I always wonder if she can be a Mando instead of Rebel Legion. And every time they're like, nope, you have to be an actual Mando to be in the Mandos. And I was like, oh, fine, whatever. But we went to a lot of their stuff over GraniteCon, and we're gonna see what we can do. Me and my son might make Mando costumes next.
Yeah, I obviously I was sat through the whole presentation on how to get involved and make Mando costumes, do everything, and It was I've seen and interviewed some interesting Mandos at various conventions because I've done 4 or 5 conventions with them live shots at. The convention people are usually much better expressing themselves.
Yeah.
People line at Free Comic Book Day. You won that day.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot of competition,
Oh,
huh?
yes. Uh, I mean, because you don't know who the hell I was. Just a guy with a camera and
Right.
wearing a I was wearing a Team Rocket hat and sweater. I could have been evil. The um, do you have a least favorite cosplay story?
Hmm. Not really. Nothing bad's happened to me yet. Knock
You
on
haven't
wood.
done, you haven't done enough cons then.
Yeah, no. We did Granite Con twice. And we did Kid Con in Maine. And we're gonna hopefully do Rhode Island Comic Con a couple weeks from now. And those will be the only cons we've ever gone to. So I've placed first in my league at every Comic Con I've ever shown up to. Any costume contest I've entered, I've won first place, which is pretty cool. So
Well, you're like me then. I've entered one.
nice.
I won $500
Nice.
uh, for the Rocketeer.
Cool.
Over there, it's the last thing. I have a Rocketeer and I have a working jetpack that lights and sound from the movie comes out. I
Nice.
spent way too much money on
Oh, I'm
this.
sure. I keep spending more money than I plan as well. So
I was at Super Mega Fest performing. I did six of those in a row. I did 6 Chronicons too, but I think I'm done. And they want me back, but I think I'm done. We'll find out if that happens, that stays or not. But it was in Pennsylvania at the Central Harrisburg Comic Con. I was performing. I was doing shows there, and I had the thing with me. And I asked the owner. I said, "Hey, I got a cosplay I've never worn in a show, never wore before. You want me to? Can I answer the contest?" And she said, "Sure."
nice.
And I won.
That's awesome.
And then she said, "Don't answer the contest."
Don't come back.
So I did that show 2 years before it went on business, but
Okay.
I had a good weekend because I was paid for performing, given free hotels, and then paid as a
Then you
performer
got a check.
$500 as I got cash
Yeah.
as
Nice.
so one cosplay contest, won, and I'm undefeated.
There you go.
So are you.
Go out on a high note. Yeah. I might have to run because now I'm going to be in the Master League. And there are some amazing people in the Master League. And I'm pretty sure I'm done for. So
the winner, she's won before in the Masters.
yeah.
And I know her mother real well. And I've known her from a few years with the cons and things. And she was her costume was incredible. It was beyond belief. Her costume, this giant alligator hippo. Was it alligator or hippo?
It was an alligator. She was from the new Moon Knight show.
Yes. I thought she was that character. I can't remember the name. I've seen it. I just watched Moon Knight again last week. I get bored.
Bad with Egyptian names, but yeah, she was one of the gods.
I get bored and I rewatch things. Lately, though, the second time I watch it with reactors, I watch the best of reactors. Watch this because I feel like I'm watching it with friends. That's very sad. That's sad. I'm sorry. That's saying that out loud. No, I don't do that.
Never done that before in my life. Yeah.
Never done that before in my life. Because I just am I'm a crazy person. From doing the 7 shows at Granite, 7 hours of live theater on a weekend with 500 pounds of equipment, moving in and out myself, to flying all over the country, to I actually do work a full time job in internet security, computer security for the company that runs all the airline travel systems for the schedules for the car rental and hotels and airlines. So
Okay.
I Sabre, and they run all the online travel booking systems run through their system,
Okay.
and they're currently moving some things to the cloud. And I'm the security guy on the move to the cloud. It's going to take years. It's going
Yeah.
to take years. We've done one POC in 14 months. One.
You got some job security.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And but it's interesting. So what else do you do for fun? Well, you
Uh,
do D&D. You
yeah,
do.
I do D&D Wednesday nights at double midnight, which puts on GraniteCon. I play Magic with our friends from D&D. I'm a Boy Scout leader, so that takes up a lot of time.
I've
I
seen the pictures on the Instagram things.
Yep,
Yes,
yep, yep. I'm a Boy Scout through and through.
I miss you in the chicken hut.
And then
I guess they couldn't have chickens this year because of mad chicken disease or whatever.
yeah, the chicken disease. Yeah,
So
that
you and other people were set up in the chicken thing on
yeah, that was
Friday,
the
and I was
Rifle
there on
Club.
Sunday. I was there on
Yeah,
Sunday and got content, and but I saw the trailer and the people set up.
yep, yep.
Uh,
That was 4-H. That was pretty cool too.
missed you by that much there,
Yep,
but
yep. And then
the
I also run a food pantry for children out of New Hampshire. I run the Raymond and Fremont branch of N68 Hours of Hunger. So I don't sleep pretty much ever.
do you want to add any website or any donation site for that?
It's END 68, the number 68 hoursofhunger.org. And it covers most of New England, and they've got branches kind of all over the country too. And it helps feed local school children from the 68 hours from when lunch ends on Friday to breakfast starts on Monday so that they have food over the weekend.
And that's important because you as a teacher know that a kid that is really hungry is probably
If they're hungry, they aren't behaving. They're in the nurse all the
not going to
time.
make their life a very good one when they're in school, are they?
Yeah.
So you're doing this out of the goodness of your own heart.
Yep.
Nothing because if they come to school hungry, I'm just kidding.
Now, I don't teach in the district I do this for, so I'm helping other people. I'm not helping myself.
A genuine hero.
Yeah.
Well, teachers generally are anyway of the public schools. I think my mother was a school secretary for 35 years, and which was great when my kids went to that school. So she decided, I think, not the staff, what teachers my kids got.
Oh,
and
nice.
And whenever the kids needed money, they always, can I go see my grandmother, the secretary? I mean, the secretary's office. Book fair. When the book fair came, I think she got double the money. The kids all spent the money we gave them, and then they went to grandma and asked for more money. So my grandma got my kids through. My mother got my kids through elementary school that way. That was handy. I actually did help. I actually played the school. That was when I did General Magic. So I did the school 3 or 4 times. I performed at the school at Harry Potter Day and raising money or something. And
Okay. That reminds me, I also make all the costumes for my son's theater group for his.
Yes, I saw those. I saw you holding the sign.
He volunteered us. He's like, "Oh, I can make costumes." And then he came home and he's like, "Hey, Mom, you got to make these costumes." I was like, "What? What time am I supposed to make that?"
I saw the license, you holding the license plate from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yes, they gave me the license plate to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang because I made the dress for the toy box costume. So I handmade the whole thing, the like corset top and all that stuff. So,
wow.
Yep.
How about cosplay plans for the future? What cosplay do you really want to do besides maybe Mando.
Um, yeah, if we make our own Mandalorians, they're going to be our own ones. I'm not going to try to copy any other Mandos. There is a lady that does Kara as a Mando, which is stunning. But now I can't do it because she already does it, and I don't ever want to copy her. But I have some ideas. Funds to do them is probably what holds me back. I really want to do Yennefer from The Witcher.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite video games.
Yep, and it sticks with the black hair. I still don't need a wig. Any color I can dye my own hair is preferable because I'm not a fan of wigs.
I wish
want to try to do
on a regular basis.
Yeah, they're too scratchy and hot. Someday I want to try to
all day one. It's real well fun, real fun. Last year when we had Granicon mask at Granicon,
yeah,
I had a face shield, the Loki crown, a microphone. That face shield just gave me such head pain. Well, not the face shield, the Loki
yeah, the crown,
because it was made out of some 3D printer thing that was not flexible. It was very hard.
Mm-hmm.
At least this year we didn't have to do face shields, but it was so hot. I did Loki, I think, for most of the shows last week. I invented that show so I would have less to do because it's a smaller show.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the character because you can get away with just about anything.
Right.
And I have the sense of humor of to do that. So, they almost didn't ask me to come to the show because they said it was a little too low key.
Nice.
It was Loki's Put a Villain in the White House tour.
Nice.
President Loki's. What's your favorite video game?
Final Fantasy series.
Never did that once.
No, yeah.
Witcher, Dragon Age. Solved them both many times. I like to do Hitman.
Okay.
But what I do is instead of killing just the one guy you're supposed to kill and get away, I kill everybody in the scenario. Nice. Everybody without getting caught.
It's kind of my rogue in D&D.
It's the entire. I mean, I end up scoring like -3 million on that one mission because I kill.
A little murder hoping's never hurt anybody.
Every non non-player character in the NPC in the game. I really like to have a new Dragon Age, and supposedly one coming out, and I would love to see a new Witcher come out. Do you watch the show?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't like him as Superman. No? As Superman.
Oh, as Superman. And I'm not a big Superman person. The only person I really like from DC is Batman. Otherwise,
yeah, I like. Well, I don't like the new Bat. I don't like the rainbow vampire Twinkie as Batman.
Yeah. I like some of the scenes in the movie, but him as
Batfleck. I like Batfleck.
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job as Batfleck. Yeah. I definitely liked the original 1966 Batman.
Okay. Yep.
Who's now dead, and I like Beetlejuice as Batman. He was great as Batman, and he's filmed some things maybe coming back. Supposedly, the new Flash movie has him back again as Batman.
Okay.
And he was going to be in that new Batgirl movie. They shot film for that they canceled. But Henry Cavill, I hated as I kept wanting a Batman to end him in Batman versus Superman. I just did not like, and I've liked other Supermans, but I did not like his Superman. Yeah. And when they announced that he was the Witcher, I was like, oh no. But Joe doesn't have real personality and is wooden, so he's the perfect guy to play Gerald.
There you go.
Seriously, he's very wooden. He's, so I actually watched it, kind of hiding behind my hand saying, is this going to be awful?
Right.
And it was great. They really captured the spirit of the show. What's your favorite TV show right now?
We don't have cable, so it's whatever I end up watching on my phone. I'm burning through animes pretty much, but I'm watching the new Andor show. It's all
Yep.
right.
Sure.
The new Lord of the Rings I'm watching. It's all
How's
right.
that? I haven't watched that yet.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I like it. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible.
Well, they spent a lot of money. I know that.
They definitely spent a lot of money on special effects and things like that. Yeah.
I'm watching Andor. It's different, but I think I like it.
Yeah.
I've been watching She-Hulk.
Okay. Yep.
I've
I've watched some of it. I haven't watched too much She-Hulk. I haven't been able to get into it as much.
We got one more episode. Well, it's a comedy. It's a half-hour comedy. It's a whole different type of show than the last episode. Deadpool showed up, and it's a good episode.
Oh, well, see, I haven't caught up that far, so I'll have to.
If you've ever shipped She-Hulk and Deadpool, it's your episode.
Okay.
Let me just say that. Yes, they have sex. The spoilers. And Deadpool does the walk of shame afterwards. It's fantastic. But I really loved Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
I thought that was just tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
And his last line in it when he goes, "Do you see that?"
Yeah, I saw Obi-Wan. Yep.
And when he finally meets Luke, "Hello there."
Hello there. Yep. You got to get your fan service in.
Yes, but I was really. That whole show was done extremely well. Of course, the Mando series.
Yeah.
The Book of Boba Fett was okay. It had some really amazing moments in it. I think the best episode was the one that was all Mando, but of it, the one because Mando had almost the whole episode.
Yeah.
But the Luke interaction in those shows is amazing.
Yeah.
That's about. I guess that's about it for me. Right now, I'm always looking for content because I'm always busy. I don't sleep much. It was like I watch things and do things and stuff. I had to do some more remodeling around here. I've put a whole new bathroom in, so that's my winter fall project. Just put a new bathroom floor and some new fixtures up there. That's unfortunately my project I'm trying to adore right now, so I have to go do that. I can't think of anything else I want to ask you.
Antisocial. I can't think of anything I randomly want to answer for you. So
I have to apologize then over the weekend because I probably sent you more text messages than you got in a month if you were that antisocial.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was we were just at the grass drags for the Boy Scouts, so I had internet connection. So I'd get connection and then they'd all flood in and I'd be like, wait.
I don't even know what that is.
The grass drags is they race snowmobiles on grass and mud. So you can't race the snowmobiles without ice to cool the engines because it's not cold enough out. So you got to come see the Boy Scouts to get your ice to make your snowmobile run.
This is New England, though. We actually have lots of snow.
Yep, but it's fun to do it in the off season.
Okay.
But they had lobster boiling and all sorts of stuff. You could buy anything there. It was definitely a New England event.
I've never heard of that before. Where was it?
Fremont.
Okay.
Yep.
You seem to hang out in Fremont a little bit.
Yeah.
That's where the food pantry is?
Yeah, it's in Raymond, but we freed Raymond and Fremont.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I finally got you to come on and not be antisocial.
Once in a lifetime chance. There you go. I did it. Never have to do
that. I have it on tape.
Yep. You have proof. I came out. Here I am.
This is the Halloween episode, and so we're going to have spooky music on our fade out from the show today. Okay. You can see Sarah or Lasombrs. Lasombrs. Brrrs, like a
Yeah,
freezer.
Lasombrs.
That's what she said. That's what she told me before the show. And at Lasombrs on
Mhm.
Instagram. It's
Instagram and TikTok.
it's actually coming up on the end credits. Have that her name on Instagram there, so go that. If you want to be a guest, send me some of your cosplay photos. Send me a little 20-second, 30-second video saying who you are, or not, maybe a minute. Send me a video so I can see you can actually talk. Because
Only slightly painful. It only hurts
this
a little
this this thing requires actual talking to be on the show. And occasionally I run into people that can't do that. So that's really a thing you need for the show. Uh, this show kind of has been great for me because I've actually got to meet great cosplays from all of them, besides my friends, and every single one of them has been on the show almost. I've actually met some decent cosplayers from New York. Hanji in episode 1, uh, and the episode 11. They both actually do things occasionally in cosplay in New York and probably New York Comic Con this week. Some other people that have like 150 Harry Potter costumes.
Oh, wow.
That's just Harry Potter. Syndrome cosplay. She's out, I think, in Northern California, and people in Michigan as well. You can't do her site though because you're too young for her site. Over 40 cosplay.
No. Yep. Nope. I'll be 39 in December. Give me a year.
And because I'm featured on that every 3 months. They feature me on that. You have to wait 3 months before you get your next feature. And she has a spreadsheet. She has like spreadsheets of cosplays and owns 150 wigs. And
Oh, wow.
she was episode, I want to say 10. She's the Wonder Woman person on the opening credits. And she has all these things. But then I think Cindros and AMA's cosplay are both married to photographers. So you're wondering why they have such great photos.
Yeah.
That's why they have great photos.
I can take nice photos. I just can't take photos of myself.
It's hard to take nice photos of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter has taken most of my great cosplay photos in the yard.
My son will take my picture and like my head will be missing or like my feet won't be in it. And he'll be like, yeah, all right.
My daughter's a pretty good photographer. I wish she'd do something about that. But, definitely. Okay, so I'd like to thank Sarah for coming on finally. And I only asked her once. She said no. So when she won again, and Granite caught it, immediately said, well, you have to come on now.
Yep, I can't claim that I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, that's true. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming. And remember, subscribe. There's only about 280 people left as subscribers. Have to subscribe before we give away a PS5 to anybody who's subscribed and commented. And I know you have.
Oh, yeah. My kid wants one.
And I'll see you in the next episode. So again, if you want to be on the show, send me something at mark@pinkston.com. It's my name, mark@pinkston.com. It's in the end credits. And I'll see you, Sarah, in 1 second. I'll stop the video when I'll play the end credits, and then I'll be back.